Welcome back to the Adventures in Silvernail Season 5. What the Fae, the Odyssey of Chaos. This is, you won't believe it, episode 16. We've been doing this for a minute. And if you've watched any episodes, you know that most of them start the same way. We are back in combat, my friends. They have not rested. Don't believe the lies or the hype. They are tired. They are beaten down. Not as beaten down as the two dead enemies, so only 3 left. The players are currently fighting a home invasion, as we call it. Home invasion. Hope you heard that in there. Invasion. Thank you. Des. I guess I can say that Des did it, but Princesses of Venom has been taken out, and Tuval the tactician has been taken out. We have Logger, Volley, and Sylvie's left on the field, and all 5 of our players still stand. If we don't think about that one time that one player died in the first round of combat last time, but then was resurrected by their power and leveled up. So technically, if we want to get into it, the only person who has got all their full, got a rest would have been Erica after she died, because dying does just feel refreshing when you're a wildfire druid. There's a metaphor in there somewhere, I'm sure. Phoenix. It's like a phoenix.
Like the phoenix.
So we find ourselves back inside of Desiree Elmira's Druid Grove home. They all stand in a lobby-like area that has a bunch of different tree portals that take them to various places. Everyone has reconvened in this center area to finish a beatdown. We have our friend Volley hiding. I guess it's not a friend. Our enemy Volley hiding inside of the tree line with Ursine right on their tail. Sylvie's is in and out of existence on the ethereal plane, tormenting Sharp, and in an absolute blood rage after their leader, Princess of Venom, was taken down by the party. And Logger, a giant tree-like, not structure, but tree-like being, stands close to one portal and is moving in to start to beat some ass as well. So we start right there, back at the top of initiative. I still have it written down. Desiree, Elmira, hello, my friend. Welcome back. It's your house. Tell us what's happened. What you gonna do?
How far is everyone from me currently?
Enemies or allies?
Allies, specifically.
The person that's closest to you is Sharp, because you did the mass cure wounds, I believe, that we last left off on, and I was only able to affect him. We have a friend of yours hiding out in the back, and then Sylvie and Tidbit are just now entering behind Logger. They all came from the same room. As he failed to pull them in, they had just walked through.
Well, we hadn't walked through yet.
No, they are not walking. You don't see them, actually. You just see Logger, a tree, trying to pull something through, and nothing comes behind him.
I say that because I have something to do in that room when it gets to me. Yes.
I appreciate the clarification. Thank you. So you see you and the machine.
Okay, well, I'm still not looking great after everything that's happened, so I think I need to do a cute little cure wounds on myself, even though I might regret that, but I think that's what I gotta do, so...
Hey.
If you die once in a fight, it kind of just puts something in you. Just...
Stay alive.
Damn, that was an awful roll. I only got 8, but okay.
It's first level, so you do 2d8. So roll a second one as well. We are using just for friends at home, we are using the 2024 healing spells because they're just better. Period. Thank you.
That was a little better. That was 14, so...
Boom. See? Love it.
Yeah, I'm out of wild shape, so that's gonna be it for me.
Sure, fire is dwindling, but you got so much fire around you. It's okay. We go into that room, back into the dining area, and we see Sylvie and Tidbit standing near the portal. Those roots had grabbed onto you as Logger exited. Tuval's body is in front of you, and you are there. I will say, Tidbit, a big thing for you is you did hear that Tuval was looking at Sylvie with what we now know as detect magic on, and stated that they looked wrong magically, and then later stated that they were a hag. Just things you would definitely not miss with those 2020s you have with perception and insight. So feel free. Thank you. That was all. There's a dead body in front of you. What could ever happen here? Fairy, it's your first.
Well, what I'm going to do is take out 2 vials from my little pouch, and I'm going to get that elf's blood up and take 2 vials of the elf's blood. while just casually being like, "Okay, Tidbit, let's get through the portal. I am hurt a little bit, blood everywhere. So just we need to get through the portal now." As I get my little
Look,
scooping.
we have to leave.
That's exactly what I'm doing. And then after I get my vials, I'm actually still enlarged currently. I have,
Mhm.
I think 5, 6 more turns of that. I think this one after this will be 5. Yeah, I have tally marks here.
Okay, smart.
Right. But I'll just get Tidbit on my back and fly through that portal.
Yeah, free action to interact with the vials or the blood as you kind of scoop it in there, and then movement through the portal, which is you just can go through the portal like an open doorway. As you move through it, you see that probably 10 feet in front of you is that same tree logger, and outside of that, you see that Sharp is on the battlefield, as well as our wounded, probably less wounded friend, Desiree Amara.
After getting to the portal and everything, would my movement be able to make it to Desiree?
She would be. I'll give you that Tuval wasn't too far from the portal, so I would say it was 5 feet to get to the portal. She's sitting at 35 feet away from you. So it depends on how much movement speed you have. Do you have 35 feet left?
No.
You can
That
get
would be a no.
as close
Well,
as
I'll
possible.
just keep going after Tuval, if that's the case.
Logger,
Or yeah, Logger, because Tuval's dead.
he's in your back.
And I will cast Wrathful Smite as a bonus action, and then action Blue Flame Blade. $17 to hit.
That is a hit. AC is 16
Hell yeah.
with his bark-like skin.
Good to know. Okay, let me get these dice rolling.
That's on my hand.
So that'll be 24 damage for that one.
Ooh.
14 of it necrotic. Oh, wait, not 14 of it. 12 of it necrotic. Or whatever the other half was. I forgot my original number by now. Anyways, moving on to my second hit. That would be a 26 to hit.
Hits.
And that would be 12 bludgeoning damage.
12 bludgeoning damage. And green flame blade damage was in that first attack, correct?
Correct.
Gotcha.
It was necrotic and fire and majority necrotic is what I was getting at earlier.
Copy that. Mm-hmm. You see that all that damage goes through. The fire you see kind of like does not burn him, but kind of just like smolders out, little ashes on him. You sense some flame resistance, as you would assume. Things in the court of summer. Perfect. That's your action, bonus action, movement. Oh, titty.
I'm gonna do a mass cure wounds too.
Okay. You can, from where you are, you can get yourself Sharp and Sylvie, or you can move forward a little bit, and then you can try to get. You can either choose to get those listed creatures, or you can leave Sylvie out and move closer so you can get yourself Sharp and Dez. All 4 of you is not possible.
I'll stay where I am because I think Sylvie might want some heals and get the first 3.
Perfect. I'll take those rolls. A roll. One spell, multiple dice. It's a plural or not. Semantics.
That is 28 points of healing.
Ooh. The 3 of you all gain 28 hit points.
Thank you, 28.
Is that sharp?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure is included in that.
Thank goodness. Thank you.
And is at the end of your turn, or do you have a bonus action as well? Oh, yeah.
No, that'll be it.
And I also will remind us that Desiree, Tilly and Tibbet are sharing an emboldening bond currently as well. So you have those extra D4 to roll to your dice, and the swapping places thing applies to you too as well. It is going to be Logger's turn, and Logger loves that we're all inside 30 feet of him. He is going to do what didn't work last time and kind of like push his hands into the ground, and vines are going to shoot out. I need a strength saving throw from Sharp, Sylvie, and Tidbit. Please.
I get advantage because I'm enlarged.
Reach saving throw? Oh, that was good.
Strength.
I'll
15.
have a minus.
Yeah, I rolled a 16.
I'm gonna have a flash of genius.
Okay.
I got one more after that. 18.
9.
18 passes. The other two fail. You will take just a little bit of damage. You each take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And you are not sharp since you pass. You're absolutely okay. No half damage for you. But our two failures, they took damage. And then you are under the grappled condition, and you are also pulled. You will be pulled 30 feet, but you're only 15 feet away from him. You're pulled 15 feet closer to him as he yanks you towards him. And that is the end of his turn. It is going to be Ursine. Ursine, you stand in the woods. You have Volley in your sights. You've been having this showdown.
Yeah, I'm gonna show down with him via shooting arrows at their body.
Always seems to work.
Yeah,
50-50 chance,
so let's roll those dice. Let's roll those dice. First one is going to be a 28 to hit.
Yeah.
You never know. Okay. Extra attack is going to be a 17 to hit.
That actually hits as well. Yes.
Splendid. I do still have Hunter's Mark on him, so that gives me an amount of je ne sais quoi.
An extra D6, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, I was just stimming as I tried to find the.
I knew it was. And I mean, your brain.
Yeah. Coolio. All right. First hit is going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 piercing damage. Because I also am using my Gathered Swarm on that first attack, and then my second attack is going to be 8 plus 6. So whatever that is. It's 12, I think. 12 piercing.
14.
I'll take it. Why not? I'm so bad at mental math.
Give me both. It's okay.
Yeah.
Boom. Gotcha.
I will, for the sake of being... I'm pretty sure that my echo went down before we ended last time. So I'm going to, for the sake of doing it, I'm going to put it 15 feet away from me, like off to the to my left side, and
Deeper
I'm
into the
going
forest?
to. I'm sorry.
Deeper into the clearing, into the wooded area, or into the open area where everyone is fighting.
Into the forest for now.
Perfect.
Yeah. And I'm going to roll on my blink because I have 5 turns left of that. I am here. I am here still. So I am going to cautiously, like almost like Homer Simpson, go back into the forest.
Yeah. Perfect. Are you keeping eyes on Volley? I assume you're watching them, or are you just kind of like?
Yeah, of course, absolutely, I'm keeping it. Yeah. And then as I go out, I'll have my my echo walk out, but it's like a very hypnotizing dance, and maybe they think that's me.
Yes, your 3 blights in a trench coat that looks shockingly like you come out and they're like,
Yeah.
shoulder shimmy. Um, and as that happens, you see Volley was kind of like on his knees, kind of like taking these shots at you, and it was just not going well for him. You see that he puts his bow on the ground and puts his hands up and kind of just like cedes the fight. He's like, I don't want to die, and I'm losing. So you see he gives up.
Awesome. Sick.
And make an insight check. Just don't
I
trust
will.
anyone.
I will do that. It's a natural one. He's the most trustworthy person I've ever met.
You believe him. All right, perfect.
Yeah.
And that will be Volley's turn. It is Sharp's turn. Sharp, you see in front of you, your 2 friends so behind you is your 2 friends who have just joined the fight, who've been grappled by the giant tree. And then you have your homie Desiree in front of you, who was getting slapped up and unwild shaped. And you don't see, but you do know that Sylvie's is around somewhere. You know, she's been blinking in and out of existence. So you know she's around somewhere and bound to pop up eventually. But
Okay.
that's your view.
I did cast a wall of fire last times, and it lasted a minute concentration, but I got hit with that saving throw, and I did take damage, and I failed my concentration, so that entire firewall goes out. I'll use my free action to yell to Desiree that your dad is in the other room. He's been attacked. Looks bad. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to call from the other side of the portal for Gouda to come from that room, because I don't think I ever brought Gouda back in the room. And the basically little robot spider at this point, without a cheese costume, jumps through the portal because they had
Spider. Yeah.
and then it's just like on the ground, and they'll fire at the trees left, grappling the
Yes.
friends. Okay.
Yes.
That's a dirty 20. Yeah.
That hits.
All right.
Actually, it misses.
6, 12, 13, and then I'm using my C. Okay, I get to roll an extra D8 because I'm using my arcane firearm, which is that wooden spoon I wouldn't a couple episodes back. So another D8, 13. Okay, so 4. So 9, 4, 17.
17 points of damage to the tree.
Yes. And then I will use. How does he look? Does he look pretty like not beat up for a tree?
Yeah, he doesn't. He looks definitely like he's been in a fight. I would not say he's sappy yet, but he is definitely like less than 5 hit points from being sappy, whatever that means in your mechanical brain. You're like, you see a crack in the armor forming, then you're like, oh, it gives you hope.
All right. How far away from me is he?
20 feet.
Cool. I have 40. So he's got both my friends like this.
They're kind of like roots that have come out of his body and that are grabbing onto them. So his hands are technically free, but these roots that are part of him are like have them wrapped up in all kinds of nastiness.
Okay. I'm going to run 20 feet up, jump up to his face, and try to just grab on and cast Acid Splash right while I'm around his face.
Ooh, kinky. That's a dex save, right?
Yes.
I know my spells. Ooh, come on now. That is a -1 is a 16.
Ooh, fail. 18.
Mm.
All right. 3d6.
Rolled a 17, but -1s are popular here.
6, 11, 17.
17 points of nastiness. That is gonna be
2 6s and a 5. And then I'm there. Just
perfect.
right in front of his face.
All the homies have gathered together. End of his turn. It is our Visifriend's turn, and they are going to. Let's see here. She reappears, and then since you've also confidently gathered up together, she will make her attacks on. I think one on. Oh, she wants to kill someone. Has to be mean.
Go with your instinct.
Yeah, who does she want to kill? She's been fighting with this robot, and it's just you make her mad, but
Just
also
go
she's like, it's like
Go
scratching,
miss.
like it's like my nails. This kind of hurts. I don't like it. Tiny fairy looks easy to eat. She's gonna go after the tiny fairy. Oh, not a tiny fairy. You're a big bitch. All right, small frog. You look the easiest to kill. She's gonna attack you.
Nice. Get the frog.
He said, "Fuck that frog." All right, a 23 to hit, a 16 to hit, and a 23 to hit.
The 16 now.
Okay. 2 hits go through. And I will say that Tanner does have the ability to swap places with you. You're already in the same place, but you can swap places with him to take the damage if you would like. I'm going to roll this damage and assume that you'll tell me if you do that. Flush.
Is it that we both take half damage? Is that how that works?
No, you just take the
all
damage.
of it.
I'll just take all of it.
Because you like him. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, you take 19 points of slashing damage as slashing and psychic damage as she jumps up, sees you as the easiest target tidbit, and goes to like make that scratch at you, and you're like, oh no! And then there's a big bitch in front of you as you just kind of switch levels. As now technically Sylvia's on your shoulder, but she's just flying above you, and he's in front of you, and so he takes the hit. So 19 points of damage. Assuming that the 23s that I rolled would hit you. Great.
It was the exact same. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. So yes, 19 points of damage to you. She's like, I can never have anything that I want! And she's just a real mad. And she's nails are out, and she's like, ah! And she's just standing in front of you. And that is the end of her turn. And is going to be back at top of initiative with our girl Desiree, who has just been informed that her father has been attacked and not doing well. And we will say that Sharp also pointed at the portal that he came out of to indicate the direction in which he is.
I'm definitely dashing if I have to get there. I'm getting there as fast as I can.
Yeah, you have a 30-foot movement speed?
Yeah.
You require a dash, yes. But that would get you to the portal, through the portal, and to your father, who is only a couple feet on the other side of the portal, but it's out of 30 feet range. So you get there in, let's say, 50 feet of movement. You run through this portal. You leave your friends on the battlefield. You run through this portal. It's another open area field. The only thing you see is your father on the ground. Some little shavings of metal that have been maybe scratched off of someone you know, kind of lingering around him, and some battle marks. You got scratched up, okay?
Yeah, you're just making it sound really suspicious on my end.
No.
Right.
It says, I killed Dad.
It says you were attacked here, not that you killed him. You don't have claws. She
How
has
is
claws.
how is he looking though, health wise?
Like
on death's door, is he looking okay?
Yeah. He's giving we'll choke on blood and die soon. Yeah. So at some point he would love some healing. But he is essentially making death saves. Because I'm not trying to keep his parents.
Well, I have no bonus actions and I dashed, so
no worries.
He's gonna have to wait at least 10 seconds.
Yeah, you're correct. Unless you have healing word, and that's only like bonus action would have. Then yep.
I do not.
Then you are there. You see him. You see he sees you, and there's peace in his eyes. So if he does die in this moment, you see that he's like, at least I got to see you before I go. So he's comfortable. So we give him that. She's dead. Sylvie, back to you.
Back to me.
Yes.
Am I grappled?
You are grappled.
So like, I guess I'll make.
Oh, what does grapple? What does
save
grapple
to
mean?
get out of
Is that
it?
what you're asking? Yes, there's.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can. You have the options. You have 0 movement speed. You swap places with someone else who's grappled, so you're just
Still grappled.
Still grappled. And you have the option to either make your attacks at disadvantage, or you can use your action to remove yourself from the grapple. staying grappled would give your attacker advantage on you. Just for your brain.
Staying in grapple with what?
If you stay grappled, the logger would have advantage on attacks against you. If you
Yeah,
are grappled.
yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and get out of the grapple.
And also, I will mention, if you have the ability of like Misty Step or some sort of teleportation, you can move yourself out of. You could use that to move yourself out of your grapple. I don't know if you can do that, but okay, great.
Not I. Good thing I have fucking advantage. Fuck. Okay, that was a nat 20, -1 for a 19.
That is good enough, I suppose.
The other option was a 2, -1, being less.
I like that one. I'm here for 2.
Oh, we have both ends here.
The Leaf said, that's not how I see this going.
No. Okay, so yeah. So that would be my action. And then... if I ability augment, that's an ability check. And what I made was a strength save. Right? Or was it strength check?
You were making a... I'm calling it a save. It was a save. It was a strength saving throw.
Sorry, Tidbit, I ain't got nothing for you then.
He does have that +5 you gave him earlier if he ever,
Yeah,
hits anything. Which I don't think he had.
something.
Which he mentioned that he doesn't have any spells to hit things with. But, he does
We'll
have
get
it.
into that later, after the fight.
Teach him a cantrip or something like, hey, we gotta learn how to hit people. Okay, perfect. Speaking of the devil, it's Tidbit's turn.
Oh,
So I'm all tied up in the roots, and I can
You are.
still do things in the roots, though.
Mm-hmm. You have your full action economy. You just have 0 movement speed. And if this thing
Okay.
attacks, there's advantage.
I'm gonna point at Logger and use command.
Mm.
good call.
Her.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
says it has to be one where... oh, it's got examples. I like this one. Tibbet's gonna point at Logger and say, grovel!
Perfect.
My favorite.
So that's a wisdom save.
Okay, my +0. It's a 9.
No.
Say it like that. So he will use his turn to grovel. Is that the end of your turn? I'll describe what happens if it is.
Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. You on the ground, point up at him, tell him to grovel, and he almost militantly, very much like when you gave that speech back at graduation. He takes the knee in front of you like he's a well-trained soldier. Takes the knee, putting him effectively in prone. He's just he's a large creature. He's a real big bitch, but he is technically prone. So anyone who attacks him has advantage on him. And does it technically count as his action? Look at the spell. Can he still attack?
Says for grovel, target falls prone and then ends its turn.
And that's what I needed to know. He goes prone and ends his turn. He takes the knee and then bows his head to you as if waiting for the next command because he's that kind of subgirl. And it is going to be Ursine's turn.
Very
Ursine,
good.
you see the
groveling, the other groveling man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is like a ooh, I don't know if have you ever hunted people before? Have you ever had to like under other counter poaching or anything like that? Have you ever had to deal with people?
You know what? Probably.
Yeah, it's very much like no, I mean Andrew.
It's like you're harping on some weird memory that you can't talk about?
I'm not going to tell you any more
We
about
go
it.
way back. But it kind of gives like when a soldier gives up, they kind of like just make themselves like he's surrendering himself. It's very bad to see, but he's conceded. Hands behind his head. He's as you start to look at him, he's like, oh.
Okay. Can I shout at him? Can I say stuff?
Mm-hmm.
What are you here for?
That's a lovely free action. He will respond on his turn. Oh, unless he froze. That was a crazy timing.
Actually,
That was crazy time.
And Ben is also
Ben also
frozen.
froze.
Oh
That was
no!
wow. Okay, so guys at home, there's a storm happening, and Ben and Andrew are roommates, so they looks like they're frozen. That guy would answer and give him a lovely story that I'll tell him when he gets back. I'm just gonna keep moving on, and then we'll jump back to it and figure it out. Because wait, he just messaged. It sounds like
Internet's out.
they fully lost power. We're gonna finish this round up, and then we will take a short bathroom break and to see if we can reconnect on what's happening here. But I'm gonna finish this turn out for us. Oh, I saw someone moving. Oh,
Andrew glitched.
Andrew's back.
If they're
Oh,
powered
his eyes
down,
moved.
there's no way they have a third back
He's
on.
gaslighting me now. All right. He asked that question. The person will answer on their turn, which is now. You won't hear it. He's in the woods. Sharp. You see, Logger is holding one of your friends. Getting. Oh, actually, he's not. Oh, he is still holding them, but he is
groveled down in front of
kneeling. Yeah. So he is in the prone position. So you have an advantage on attacks against him.
Does that mean he's not grappling anymore?
He is still grappling. Because it's not his hands. It's something that's happening outside of himself. Not grappling you though.
Okay, well, I just acid splashed his face. I'm gonna do it again.
Oh, consistent.
I'm already like right here, so now he's like down, so now I have advantage, right? Well,
And I'm making a well. It's well. So that's the question. So if you do this one, it's a yes. It's a save, which I fail. It's a. I'm sure my 10 doesn't do it.
Nope.
So
Nope. All right, let's do.
I think actually it's a 9 because I got a -1.
6, 12 plus 18 with the extra
18.
damage bonus. Bonus action. Shoot him, Gouda. Gouda's gonna roll ranged advantage in prone.
Yes, I'm gonna give you range advantage.
Nat 20. Oh,
Ooh.
I thought that was 2 nat 20s. It was a funky 1. Never mind. Nat 20. So
Duality.
that's a 30.
To hit, yes. Yes.
And that's
Actually,
12, 13.
he can't get hit by nat 20s.
That's 16.
16 points
Yeah,
of
right.
nat 20 damage. Okay.
Oh wait, I didn't
Oh.
even. Then it's
That might take a
another.
minute or two, though.
That's another 18.
Damage or to hit?
Damage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I just
Sounds
did
like our friends
the
about-
dude who fired and I got a nat 20 and I rolled him and got an 18. No, I
Ah.
got a 17 and then I just took the max, which is 18.
So plus 18. Plus 18.
That was like 40 something.
I can hear our friends have returned, which is hilarious.
I know. I don't think they know we could hear.
We can hear you.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
No, yeah, all good.
That was sharp action. Was that? Oh, that was your Gouda
Action,
who did that.
bonus action for Gouda, and then I'm just gonna stay here with my movement, standing above Logger. Or I guess I left.
Perfect.
He's crouched. Maybe.
Perfect. Sylvie's is gonna take their turn. Someone's being grappled, so I'm gonna attack them. That's a nat 20.
On the frog?
That's a second nat 20. And then a 14 plus 7. Not a nat 20.
21.
Thank you. It's like spin back. I don't want to beat him up. What if I kill him while he's not here? Interesting. I'm gonna roll anyways. 2 nat 20s and a regular hit.
I mean, how many hit points do I have? I'll die.
I'm not laughing at you. It's just chaotic. I need this information. Oh, she's even. Oh, actually, okay. Doo-doo plus doo-doo plus doo-doo. Somebody's for sure dying here. Okay.
It was Ben.
I don't know. I'm thinking about taking it for him. Is Sylvie about to be the good guy?
Uh-oh.
It's an ungodly amount of damage. Let me just
I
say
know,
that.
I know it is. I know, but like my max hit points comparatively to that frog's, I believe will be bigger. On the
What?
off chance that it's that hefty.
I had a connection issue. Am I about to die?
You are.
Yes, yes.
You are grappled, and Sophie's is attacking you. On their out of 3 attacks, 2 of them are nat 20s, and then the last one was a 17. Does a 17 hit you?
Sorry, who's attacking me?
The girl
Not
with the
me.
claws.
The girl with
angry
the claws.
girl with the claws.
Sylphie, not Sylvie.
Yes. Oh yeah,
Yes.
not Sylvie. Her name is Sylphie, and it's Sylphise.
I think I'm gonna switch places with Ben.
My AC with shield right now is 17.
With shield. Wait, can I see you?
Okay, well let's try to defend her site. At least that cancels out the not nat 20. So there's that. Tanner.
I'm gonna switch places with Ben.
All right.
This is like thinking in character. This is definitely the first time I have knowingly done this for another being.
You see these claws, this fury, like a flurry of blows, and much more chaotic than a monk would ever do. It's just like she's pissed and she's just swinging her claws. She has advantage because her ally has grappled him. You swap places and you save him from taking 92 points of damage, which goes straight to you. And also, we got a main player advantage from Father Mizu. Yay! And Byron said that'll teach you to DC during a stream. So there's that.
That was how much exactly?
92.
92.
Jeez.
So I'm at negative 36 of 129.
Boy,
That's an automatic death.
Luckily, we shut up. Luckily, we don't even go negative here unless you go all the way through. So you're just sitting at a nice hefty 0, and you'll begin to make death saves on your next turn. But I'm sure someone's gonna help you eventually.
I hope. That was my thought.
And then you see Sylphie's start to blink aggressively, trying to remove herself from existence, and it is not working because she just failed both times. So end of her turn. Back to top of turn order. Desiree, you stand over your father. Desiree, my love. He says through a rasp and gargled sound.
Yeah, she's gonna go ahead and get a fat cure wounds on him.
Victims.
Let me roll for that. That'll be 19 healing that he'll get back, and hopefully that'll at least get him to not the brink of death. And she's gonna lean down and go, "What happened? Are you all right?" And I guess wait unless he's not considered an initiative.
You reach out and you kind of touch him, and your fire starts to wreath like from your hand across his body, and it goes straight for those wounds and starts to cauterize and heal them. As he's like, oh, hey, we're attacked. It's the Wilderkith. Oh my god, we're under attack. We're under attack. And he like starts freaking out. And he's just like now realizing what has happened as he's been down since basically the beginning of this fight. He started going down, but he is conscious, aware, and he is stressed that you guys are being attacked. But he's okay.
Well, shoot, I mean, we can both use it, and can I go again? Can I cast another spell, or am I out of initiative?
You are not out of initiative. He's just not in initiative order, so he was able to speak back to you.
Okay.
But you see him just kind of like trying to get himself together, but he is very much still seated. He just sits up, Undertaker style. He's like, and he's just like kind of frazzled. But, you know.
I feel like as she's saying all that, her hand would kind of go back and forth, attempting to like blow wind on him to cool him off, but everybody knows that that's just gonna like fuel the fire.
Which oddly makes him feel better. He's like, oh yes,
exactly.
Oh, thank you. You hear for the faintest of moments, it's almost like he calls you Desara as you're like tending to his wounds. You remind him of your mother that much, and we end the turn there. Everyone's back now, so we don't have to go to the bathrooms. Great. Our giant fairy silly.
Who did main player advantage?
Oh yes, and I rolled it. Oh, and he rolled another one. So the first one went to Andrew. So sorry, friends. And the second one goes to polar opposite. It is Ben, top to bottom.
Her.
Our two disconnectees. That's what Byron gets for talking shit. Now y'all both got advantages. See, karma.
Thank you, Father Aggressive.
Thank you, aggressive daddy. All right, Sylvie's turn. Make me a death save, my friend.
18, so a plus.
You're good. One save. Good job. Tidbit.
Thanks.
There's a giant fairy who gets hit, goes down, and just starts to shrink in size as they lose the ability to hold on to enlarge, reduce, and they just and they are very tiny and right next to you. Kind of, they slowly like a leaf. They just kind of.
Where's this scary claws bitch?
Oh, she is also standing over you. That's also happening.
Beside us.
How does she look?
Mad.
Aggressive.
That is the best way to describe her, is mad. She's not taking the most amount of damage. She's often not here this long, so this is also new for her. Or, I don't know, she was fighting that robot. Maybe he just... See, that's being suspicious. Huh?
Touche.
I think Tidbit's mad. Like, he didn't really like this fairy, but it's thrown himself in danger for him and then basically died.
Yeah.
So Tidbit's gonna cast harm on the claws bitch.
Tell me about that. I've never used the spell harm before. I know it. That's a power word.
Level 6, you unleash a virulent disease on a creature within range. They must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, they'll take 14d6 necrotic damage.
Yes. Okay. Let's get into it.
The damage cannot reduce the target's hit points below 1.
I can't kill you, but I can make you feel real bad. I love that. All right. Sophie's has a Constitution, you said, +1. It is going to be, a dirty 20.
Yeah, okay. They'll
Does
take
the main player advantage work for that, or?
Oh no.
Can I force a disadvantage there?
Can he reverse advantage?
Man. No. If you had DM inspiration, you could, but this is main player advantage strictly. So it is for the love of you, not for the hate of your enemies.
Well, they're still going to take half damage.
Mhm.
So
Hit me with it.
Success.
that is 58 points of necrotic damage.
Why don't we use
my
harm
God.
more often?
David doesn't like harming things. That's like his whole bit.
And the one time he does, it's
I don't like
defined
killing things.
by the
You said
word.
57?
58.
58.
Yeah. Bam. Okay. She looks absolutely harmed. As you, what does it look like as you cast harm on her? Tell me about that. Describe this scene as you cast your first damaging spell in 16 episodes. Tell the class.
I think Tidbit just kind of puts his little fist down by his side and just starts screaming in a frog croak. And I imagine it's more of a just like pure bad vibes heading their way.
She you start to scream and she looks at you like she wants to tell you to shut up, but then she's like her eyes go back to Sylvie, and as her eyes turn back to Sylvie, you see blood just starts pouring from her eyes as your scream gets in her brain and just starts to make her cry. Does not kill her because it cannot kill her, but she's weeping blood. She is in the moment, in the scene. She's bloody for sure. And that is the end of your turn, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
I won't call you a murderer, but I'm close to it. All right, Logger's gonna go.
Prone.
He is prone, but he has an action this time. He is going to I guess being it prone doesn't stop him from attacking. He is going to attack 2 times at the guy throwing acid on him.
Right in front of his face.
Yeah, he don't like that.
Sharp Chatterfield.
One is gonna hit. It's for a 24.
Yeah.
The second one misses for sure. Rolled a 2.
Oh no.
And then the second attack is gonna go to Tidbit. Still has advantage because he's grappling you, and that is gonna be a 13 plus 9.
Yeah.
22.
When I switched with Tidbit that time, I wasn't grappled any longer because I broke out of it.
Oh, you're no longer grappled. Okay. Okay.
But my body, I guess, is still grappled.
So it's a 12 plus 9. So take off the advantage. So it's going to be a 21. That sounds accurate. Okay. It's a little damage. So 1 hit to each of you. 17 points to Sharp and 14 points to Tidbit. And the logger stands up and ends his turn. Takes those. Now he's so close to you, he's like, stands up. Real big, large creature. Takes up so much space. Ursine. Oh, you were in the woods. You asked, why are you guys here? And he is just like, we were told to come here. We don't. We want to destroy the wildfire druids, wildfire circle, because they destroyed our home. They're responsible for the destruction of our home, so we want to destroy their home. An eye for an eye. But now it's your turn, with that information in your head.
Yeah, I guess that's fair, but I don't want anything to do with this. How many are there many of you here?
There are 5 of us total.
Okay. How hurt are you? Are you very hurt? I know I can be kind of menacing sometimes.
No, not really. I just don't like getting hit, and
Okay,
you're
no,
the
yeah,
first person to hit me, and so it's kind of just jarring. Normally people just don't see me.
Yeah, I feel that. I don't like getting hit either. I'm gonna ask that you stay here. You seem trustworthy. Okay, cool. I'm going to cast a web on you. Don't take offense or anything. I'm sure that they're just gonna take into custody or something. Gonna cast web. It's a 2nd level spell. Like a minute of concentration or something. Not a lot of time. It's an hour.
Fail it.
Okay, it is an hour of concentration. And then
And we can
I
do
guess
it's like, because web is typically like an area. We can do like a he is webbed. So you have him webbed up, and if you want to move him around, you're welcome to. But he's like just webbed up, and he's like, yep, okay, just don't hurt me anymore.
Okay. I'll I guess I'll web him. I'll web him, and I'll take him with me. But I do have blink on, so I might drop him. Whatever. So I'll cast web. He's constrained. I'll take him in the direction of other things that are happening. I'm gonna blink, and it was a nat 20. It's a shame it was for that. I'm out. I'm gone.
As you get him up and you start to walk out, you vanish out of existence, and without missing a beat, your guys walk up and they just swoop him, and they keep moving as your echoes pick him up and continue to move him out into the clearing, and they just make it right out into the clearing. So now, anyone who has a crazy high perception or any care at all sees that there is it is the Blyton trench coat and a webbed up figure standing outside of the brush, just like watching you guys as that has been handled. Perfect. That is our friend Ursine. Volley is doing that. Mr. Chetterfield.
He's still in front of me, right? How high up is his face?
We'll say it's a big old tree. He's 10 feet tall.
All
So
right.
it's He's that high.
Well, I'm full
Is it
plus
space at the
1.
top or is it in the middle? Who knows? It's
Alright.
in this area. It's between the 4 to 7 foot range, and the rest is hair.
Well, I'm gonna use action to acid splash him again because I'm doing like 17 damage every time almost.
Okay, well,
So
sure. He's really bad at this.
let's do that one. Oh, that's a wisdom saving throw.
Yes, and it's getting lower. An 8.
Dex save. Yes. All right, plus the T8. 13, 14, 15, 16. And then bonus action. Just keep going, Gouda. Gouda's gonna shoot. That is a 19.
To hit, absolutely.
Yes. And that is
Good Gouda.
12, 13 points of force damage.
Plus, oh my god, plus 13.
Oh, yes.
I've been
plus
here with
that,
Tanner too
plus
much.
Belch.
It's Tanner's fault.
Tanner?
Yeah, it's the Belch Queen, and it's
I do
contagious.
say bourbon.
Tanner, why are you putting Coca-Cola in his hand?
It's actually Dr. Pepper.
Better choice.
Oh, I was about to say the same thing.
Double fisting, actually. Doing the ADHD thing where I'm like, I need water and also a carbonated beverage.
Your reward and the heat.
Correct. That is up to damage to that guy. Boom. End of your turn, Sharp.
Yep.
Sylphie's is gonna go. She is going to. Oh man, no one's wrapped up now. Just make choices. At. Fuck. Fuck. She is going to attack. You know, she likes that she made the frog mad. She doesn't know it's the first time attacking, but she likes to see the Kraken persona. And so she's going to make attack on you. Let me do top plus. Oh man, is a 12 hit? Tidbit?
No.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Then she attacked again, getting her third nat 20. So that one will probably hit. And then the last attack is actually going to go to our lovely friend on the ground, but she holds eye contact with Tidbit as she hits you with the nat 20, and then just takes her hand and puts it into, we'll say, the chest of Sylvie, giving you one failed death save, Sylvie.
Whatever.
Sylvie's
Murderer!
And that nat 20 damage is. I gotta pee so bad. Oh my god. 31 points of damage to the froggy. Yay, critic.
On by the threads.
And then she screams in your face, much like you screamed in her face. And she just says, oh. But real long and dramatic. Top of turn order, we are going to take a bathroom break here because I'm about to burst. So, we'll be right back, our friends, for the finish of this combat. No, don't that. It's painful. We'll be right back, my friends. We'll finish up this combat and see how we clean up this mess. So stay tuned. We'll see you shortly. Some players, y'all.
No.
No.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. I mean, let's have some fun. Yeah.
There we go.
That's why
we
he
set
has
up
a glass and I have the whole bottle right here for that exact reason.
Twinsies. That is my twin. We know. So hey, and it is, speaking of my twin, it is Desiree's turn. You stand next to Papa, who is on the men's. He's just obviously shaken. You can either rejoin the fight or spend some time. You can spend your turn, trying to comfort him in some way. There'll be a check involved.
I feel like I'm kind of torn here because I feel like it's a dire need to get back to the party, so I kind of want to grab his hand and lead him back through the portal, but I'm curious how close to everybody else I can get in the sense of, like, trying to give multiple people a mass cure wounds and not just, like, him here in this space.
You know you had to dash to get there, but it was on the other side. You only have 30 feet of movement.
Yeah.
You had to be within 30 feet. Yeah, if you do the 30 feet of movement, you would be within. You would have enough, the extra 30 feet from the range of the spell to get enough people, because 3 of them are all close together, and then one doesn't exist right now.
Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna do that for sure then. So I'm gonna kind of grab my dad's hand and tug it a little bit as she starts not dashing but running back through the portal with him. And the second she gets there, she's gonna go ahead and pop that off for everybody.
Yes. Everybody but Andrew.
I'm doing so poorly
Yeah.
right now.
Sorry.
He's in the ethereal plane, watching ghosts move.
It's never when I'm being targeted though.
This is gonna bring Sylvia up too.
Oh man, I have to see if what's the name blinked this time.
That'll be 32 points of healing for everybody that's in there.
And my third fail on a stupid blink.
Thank you.
Sylvia, you're back! Yay!
And I didn't know you were
I'm
dead,
back!
so
Yeah.
Yeah, you run in and see a scene. Out of the corner of your eye, you see what looks like Ursine and another webbed figure. You don't put too much effort on that as you start to move across the field the other way, and you make it over to it. Not to it, but you see a giant tree that is beating up. A giant tree covered in like weird burn marks, got some acid burn on it, and he's got a fairy on the ground. The frog is standing up but on the ground. Over them is an angry-looking cat-like creature. Actually, it's a nymph. The angry-looking nymph with these jagged claws that, if you look closely, they're actually thorns. Sticking out of her fingers. She's literally just screaming like somebody killed her best friend or something. So dramatic. And a robot who's, doesn't really... Emotions are always kind of the same. He's having a great time. Yeah. Perfect. Sylvie, you're off the ground. Well, you're back up. You are prone. And there's a evil nymph to one side of you, kind of lurking over, and then right next to that is a large tree who is currently back towards you because it's punching at your friend. Your thoughts?
Yeah, so I guess I'll stand up and not be prone. But as I stand up, I'm just gonna stand up and flick a finger at old bitch that took me down and pop off 3 Eldritch Blast. Even though 1 will probably kill her, I'm putting all 3 on her.
You pussy into it. Yeah, roll to hit.
16.
That's a miss.
18.
That's a hit.
22.
That is a hit. Tell me what it looks like.
And that will be 16 force damage.
What's it look like as you raise from the dead and then send the bitch to her grave?
I just kind of get up, stand up. I actually look at Tidbit, grin, and then I just point my finger at her, and you just see this dark mass start to form, and just poop, 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 3 little dark holes shoot at her fucking face and body.
If anyone's seen Yu Hakusho, it's given Spirit Gun. Yeah. First one goes a little sideways. The second one hits. And do you put the third one also into her for extra comfort, or do you send it into the tree?
No, I put the third one in her.
Yeah, you kind of shoot, goes wide, and she goes to laugh. And as she her facial expression changes, the second blast hits her in the face. The third one hits her in the gut, and it's kind of shock on her face as the camera slowly pans down, and there is a mass missing as the blast goes straight through her, and there's just a circle. And she falls over, and it just happens to be as she falls over, that circle is just big enough that Tidbit is now inside the remains of this nymph who falls over dead on top of him, and he's just sitting inside. Probably also screaming as he was screaming that spell. Last saw him. Just trauma bonding. Yes.
Beautiful.
He goes down, and it is our friend Tidbit's turn.
I think we're gonna give another command to grovel here to that tree. So that's a wisdom save.
Come on, +0. Ooh, a 19.
Yeah, all right. No groveling.
I had no idea. Actually, I was like, some of these DCs I feel like are crazy. Okay, you see him like he looks back at you, squints his eyes, and he turns back. And as he turns back, he unleashes a punch because it's his turn. He's gonna punch that machine because you're not nature. One tree hit. Oh, that's not bad. A 21 to hit you, Sharp.
Oh, shield. Ching. Wait, no, that would.
I was gonna say, wait.
All right, I take it.
All right, and then first hit hits you. He feels good about that. He turns around and brings a mean, strong backhand to try to hit Tidbit, who's yelling commands at him. Like, you're his... Damn it. It's in that one. He's so mad, he's going to put his pussy into it and swing again for an 18 or the 9. What,
It's shield.
18?
It works now. I have a 14. That makes it.
Not you.
Damn
Get
it.
out of here.
Oh, sorry.
Does Tidbit have shield?
Can't cast it.
No. So that'll hit.
Oh, I'm gonna silvery barbs.
Okay.
Give disadvantage, and I'll give Tidbit advantage.
The chances of being lower than a 9 were so unlikely, and then I rolled a 5. 5 plus 9. Does a 14 hit?
No.
I hate teamwork. Okay. One hit still goes through. Guys, who beat you up and made you work together? It's crazy. 2d6 plus 6. My friend Sharp, you take 13 points of damage from your hit.
Okay.
As branches just come across your face. Oh, that sounded crazy. End of his turn. Ursine.
How close am I to the fray?
Where you left off was at the edge of the brush, so I'm giving you maybe 35 feet. But also your
Okay.
range. I don't know which one to be. But
Okay,
35 feet.
splendid.
Would
I'm
be the
gonna
closest.
turn back. First of all, I'm so sorry for dropping you. I cast a spell, can't really control when I'm going in and out. I'm gonna point my bow at him, and I'm gonna be like, I have a hostage. Please stop if you don't want me to kill your friend. I'm totally not gonna kill you. You seem like a very nice person. Try to persuade or intimidate them.
Yeah.
I love how it's either or.
Yeah, you can tell me which one you're doing, and you can do it.
Okay, it doesn't
Or you
really.
can try to do it.
Got a
Are you
minus
nice about it?
one.
Oh,
Huh?
I was asking if you're being nice about it or not, but with a -1, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. I'll do persuasion. I'll be a little bit nice about it.
He's also
okay.
being nice for me. I don't know.
It was a natural 20.
There we
-1.
go.
So that's a 19. I do have advantage, but I don't think I'm gonna use it.
Left on the field is not her.
Dead.
It's just our friend Tree. What language do you say that in?
Probably common. Everybody's speaking common at the moment. May as well continue to do that. Did the guy speak to me in any? Well, I understood him probably common.
If he was speaking, I can do a language check for you, but it's more than likely common. Common.
Common.
It would have been he would have started speaking in Sylvan, and then switched to common if he recognized that you do not speak Sylvan. Do you speak Sylvan?
I do speak Sylvan. So I guess it would make sense for me to assume Sylvan, and I can do that.
Why do I tell people things? All right. Well, Lager only understands Sylvan, but he cannot speak. He does hear you. Nat 20. He turns and looks at you, and does not grovel, but he takes the knee and is like responding to you as if you are someone of importance. He hears a Sylvan command with a high intensity of charisma, and he just does what he's told to always do, and he just takes the knee. So he goes to the prone and loses his action. So this is acting like the command spell in this moment. So he does that. He goes prone and ends his turn, and he's facing you, kneeling dramatically.
Very cool. I didn't didn't think about this. I blink out of existence. So my threat.
I'm gonna kill him. Yeah, it's crazy. You see, as
Well-
you blink out of existence, your blight kind of like awkwardly raises its arms and starts to imitate a bow position. It's like, yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
and they start to kind of like imitate you uncompetently. Perfect. I'm so keep it. It's still the command. You
Okay.
blink out of existence. It is now. Your mini you is doing your thing. That was your turn. Volley doesn't do anything. Sharp. It's your turn. There's a tree in front of you. It's kneeling
Okay.
at eye level
Beat it up.
once again.
Is there anyone behind? Is it Logger?
Yes. If you can put yourself in a position you can angle yourself that Sylvie and Tibbet are not behind it, but they were currently.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm like right in front of it, so I'm just gonna like swish to the sides and cast
Don't mind me.
Tasha's Caustic
Don't mind
Brew.
me.
Oh.
Doing his asses.
Well, the dexterity saving throws you've been failing, so I'm like, let's do more dex saving throws.
He's good at two things, and it is not that. Okay. Dex save. A 14.
No.
It's like you hate me or something.
Oh, not too much. I'm gonna do it in a higher level slot. Actually, I'm gonna do it in 2 higher level slots.
Okay. To make it a third level.
Yes.
Perfect. Burn, baby, burn.
Let's go for
This one burns different.
So make sure I do the right amount. Okay, 23 points of acid damage at the start of each of its turns.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm concentrating on it for a minute as I
Shit.
back up, and I have mobile, so it doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. And I'm just like back up to concentrate and get ready to dodge. So it just seeps with acid.
Do you attack with Gouda as well?
Yeah, bonus action command, shoot from the sidelines. That's a 21,
It hits.
and that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points of force damage.
Plus 9. Shit.
And that's it. I'll back up like 20 feet.
I mean, you're right. That is it. Tell me how you kill it. How do you melt a tree with acid? What's that look like? Actually, we've seen you do that before.
Okay,
Before you
so-
came, were you psychic? Did you just predict you melted a tree with acid outside, then came inside and melted another tree with acid?
I told
Wild time.
everyone that the acid was like burning the wax costume of the cheese, which is how he got the Warhols, which is how it like is not rough on the outside. It's perfectly, smooth on the outside, because like acid would seep out. But like I think with all of this acid splash and now Tasha's caustic brew, I'm stirring up what's inside and just really using magic to amplify it in a robotic sense. So it just
Have you guys-
bubbles out into the air like an oozy bubble, magma floaty space thing.
A less cool version of that is that scene from Pitch Perfect when she's like, "I'm not holding it back anymore." Throws that-
Yeah.
I'm just letting it out. You just out of all your war holes, just
Yeah.
starts to seep out of it, and it just starts to it hits it, and it just starts to eat through it, and just starts to whittle this tree down. It doesn't necessarily melt it straight down, but like parts of it just start to no longer exist as the acid is eating through it, like hot termites, just part of it just disintegrating, its arms and things just slowly dissolving as it falls to the
Yes.
ground. 10 feet, 6 feet, 4 feet, 3, 2, 1, puddle. And it is dead. Now, a quick question I have for the party, just a quick poll. Does anyone, this is mostly to the healers, does anyone have the spell Revivify? Revivify, that was hard to say. Currently prepped.
Not I, said the robot.
No.
No.
Great. Initiative's over. One thing I will let, one thing that is noticed, the dragons, or the drakes return, and they immediately go to Raymond and start to comfort him as he's still in this we'll call it psychosis. He's just kind of like deranged, but they're like nudging up against him and like licking him and calming him down. And he's just like, we're under attack. He's not saying in the moment. And Desiree, you see near the ashes of where I believe Sharp had killed Princess of Venom, she had something in her hand that was made out of stone that looked like twigs and branches, and you see that laying on the ground, and it reminds you of the stone visages you saw surrounding the tree, your mother's tree, in that room that you and Venom first had that fight in, thinking that that is a piece of one of those statues, ergo broken statues, that is in your brain. What would you like to do in this moment as everyone is calming down from the... Oh, and also, as you all are standing there, breathing for a moment, Ursine pops into existence for the first time in this entire fight. You see him, and he is walking up with his clone of himself, helping him out, and in the middle of him is a bound, a webbed-up guy, kind of like, just like hopping along, who looks unfamiliar to everyone here. Because also no one's ever seen that guy before, because they had a whole fight in the shadows.
I am gonna keep you like this. I mean, you did try to kill me a little bit, but I hope there's no hard feelings. But I have a hostage.
Why are you being so nice to him?
Well, he sort of gave up, so it can't be that bad.
I surrendered. That is true. I did surrender.
Why did you surrender so easily?
I don't like being hit.
I feel the sentiment, which is why I, took him.
Sylvie's gonna punch him in the face.
Ah! My nose! He can't hold his nose. Ah! My nose! It's bleeding onto my webs!
My webs.
I don't believe this guy.
Sorry, I'm telling you the truth, so I'm not really...
He seems like a very trustworthy individual.
He was here to murder us, Ursine.
Doesn't mean he's a liar.
Technically, I was here to destroy the wildfire druids. You obviously are not a wildfire druid, so you kind of just were... We snuck in behind you, so we knew you were with the wildfire druids, so we knew you would be a threat, so we just had to keep you occupied. But obviously, this is not going as planned because all my friends are dead, so I am not that committed to... I like my life. I like being alive, and so... Fuck them. Yeah, fuck the Wilder Kith. Mm-hmm. Yes. If that's what I need to say to stay alive, fuck the Wilder Kith. Yay, wildfire druids? Huh?
That was pretty easy.
Well, am I the only one finding this problematic?
I mean,
yes, and you should stop getting me killed.
It's definitely problematic. Yeah. I mean, he came here to kill us.
I'm webbed. I can't do anything unless you let me. So you can just keep me webbed up. I'm not asking to be freed. I'm just asking to not be killed. You can take me outside and let me go, or I don't know.
Wait. You with the type that would like come and rescue you? Or are you on your own kind of situation, morality-wise?
Do I personally have friends who are coming to save me now? Is that what you're asking?
These people that you came to fight with, are they gonna come back for you?
The ones you killed?
Are there more?
No, your other friends.
Your other friends.
You're not a bigger
friends.
group?
No, we're a small group. We're small insurgents.
What I'm saying, if we can't use you for bait to get to the rest of them so they'll stop, I think we should just kill you.
There are no. If there's 5 of us, you killed. I know you killed Princess, and I can see loggers there and another body there, and I'm gonna assume that Tuval is also no longer present because he's pretty loud. So it's just me, and so I will not come back here to attack you as I am outnumbered and obviously outmanned. Though if I was, you wouldn't see me. It's not important. I'm not.
He turns invisible. It sucks.
Well, is anyone else opposed to us just murdering him outright?
I think it could be useful. We could ask him questions. Tidbits opposed. That's 2.
You can definitely ask me questions. I would answer questions if that also keeps me alive. Really don't want to die. Not really sure what your thing is, Mr. Fairy. You don't even know you.
You serve no use to us, and you were literally sent here to murder us and tried to.
Well,
I don't
not
care
to
if you
murder
change your
us.
mind all of a sudden. Like,
It was
that's
against
really
the
not my problem
wildfire
at this
druid.
point. Yeah, that's literally in our party. Des is one of us, is she not?
Maybe it's a big. Well, apparently the wildfire druids destroyed their entire clan. So tit for tat, and so on and so forth. They're basically gone now. It doesn't matter that much anymore.
True, Desiree. That is news to you. That is very true.
Well, considering I haven't been home in a really long time, I think whatever my father thinks is the best decision. After all, I feel like he is the closest to what decision my mother would make as well.
And as everyone's eyes pan over to Raymond, still like he's in a tizzy right now. So if relying on him for information, it may take a bit for him to calm down. Oh, another main player advantage. Father Miso is working today.
Yes, he's finding that perfect timing.
Right.
And this one goes to Scott.
Thank you, Father Aggressive.
But yeah, if you're waiting for Raymond to gain some sanity, it's gonna take. He's gonna need to be taken care of or given more time, either magically or just given more time to recover naturally. But that is what you're aware of. Also, tidbit you notice as the fight has calmed down, the area where there was when you very first came in here, there were 3 drakes that were kind of like flying around. There was like you look in that direction as you kind of see a pair of feet like sticking out from the. He said, "You're welcome, my son." Feet sticking out from the forest, very the Wicked Witch of the West, like just like feet extended, and you peep that with your 20 perception, like full flat, like sitting up.
Just gonna wander off that way while they're wrapping that up. Get distracted easily.
Yeah, you quickly learn that you see that it is the body of a man named Ali. You seeing him, you don't know his name, but seeing him, he was the man who had waved at you guys when you had, or he was the guy who was near the drakes when you came in. I don't think he actually waved at you. I think he waved at Andrew, but he was the guy who was standing near the drakes, and you see that he is dead. Also, you do note that there's like an arrow in him. He was killed by volley, but you know these things.
Just gonna turn and raise my hand. Hello. I found a guy. He's dead. I found a dead.
Oh well, I guess
Is
that's
this one
expected.
important?
I almost said Mizu. Oh my god. Desiree's gonna reach up and she's gonna like put a hand to like her dad's face so he wouldn't turn and look if there was any possibility of him saying and go, Don't worry about that now. Just worry about what we can do in this moment, what we can fix or what we can do to help right now, not what has already happened.
And with okay, sorry.
Well, Tibbet means Tibbet could bring that back if you wanted, but don't have to. Okay. Tibbet will just do something else then.
She's gonna reach up and cover her dad's ears and go, well, you see, my dad does have some issues when it comes to getting overwhelmed very easily, so I think all the news of the death of Ali and then the bringing back to life of Ali again that may or may not could possibly happen might just be more anxiety inducing for him in this moment, considering all that has taken place here.
Well, okay, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe that's best.
Do you have that much time, Tidbit?
Well, no.
Maybe that's not the best then.
I say just revive him if you can do it. What, your dad's gonna be upset he came back? No.
Well, let's just not tell him, okay? And then we won't have to figure out. Okay, I'm gonna let go now. It's making it worse for him.
Well, when he turns and sees all of his dead people around, he's gonna know that people have died. Sylvie obnoxiously and loudly says.
Very true.
Right,
Desiree,
the second I take my hands off his ears.
a common place that you think you could take your father to be would be either his room, your room, or the garden where your mother is, because it's just a very peaceful place to be.
I'm gonna start walking him to the garden, honestly. As long as there's not anything that might be overwhelming or traumatizing in there currently.
Not to your knowledge.
Well, I would like to take a peek before I bring him in.
Those
Yeah.
statues, maybe.
As you look in, you see giant tree still there. You do notice that 3 of the statues are broken, but that is everything. Everything else is the same. Pool still the pool of flowers is still there. A bunch of the other statues are there. There's like 5 other ones that are still like fully made. The other and 3 are like broken in various ways, but they're obviously like been broken. But no bloodshed, no carnage. It's just broken statues, tree, pool of flowers, and the ambiance of being in the room where it happens.
Do I see the pieces? Like, if there's pieces broken off, do I see the pieces anywhere scattered around?
Yes, they're kind of like where like it looks like they would just like broke, like someone like hit them or broke them, but they didn't move them, so they're just like they're no longer just like together. So it's like pieces on the ground in front of it or around it. You just have to.
Gotcha.
They were close to each other, so you might have to do something like let's go over here or over here. But you could obviously like put them back together or like piece them back together if you chose to.
I feel like she's gonna turn to her dad and go, "Here, let's tidy up here. I think Mom would like that, and my friends will take care of everything that's really pressing right now. I think it's best if we calm down a bit." She's gonna reach down and start picking up some pieces and handing them to him and go, "I mean, it's kind of like a puzzle in a way. I mean, if we work together, I'm sure we could get this done quickly."
Oh my goodness. He silently nods at you. Make me an advantage check, a investigation check with advantage, as your father helps you. Your dad's everywhere.
It was a 26.
Ooh, perfect. As you and him start piecing these puzzle pieces together. That was a lot of P's in there. I'm sorry. You start to put those puzzle pieces together in little piles to figure out like who goes where and what's happening. And as it's happening, I'm gonna jump over to our friend Sylvie. I'm just gonna move back through initiative order to see what people are doing in these moments. Sylvie, you are up next. You do know that there's this hostage here, but also you said there were 5 people. You seem to be unbelieving of him, so you're welcome to, if you want to check around for more, see if there are other people in fact here, or like do any sort of like what were they up to kind of vibes, or you can interrogate him if you want to. You have free reign. Well, free.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to spend some time interrogating this guy because I do not trust him. It's not even that I don't trust that it was just the 5 of them. It's just, you were literally sent here to murder. And you watched us murder all your friends, quote-unquote friends. So, like, that you're easily turning on. What?
I do, again, just have to interject. He seems like a trustworthy person.
They all seem that way, Ursine, until they're stabbing you in your throat.
He hasn't done it yet. Well, he tried to earlier, but he stopped doing
Good
that.
point.
And I believe that he's going to continue along that path.
Look at that dead man over there next to Tidbit. Murdered by him.
Yeah. Maybe. I do have to admit, I missed a couple shots when we were fighting.
I don't think that's your arrow, Ursine.
I don't label them. I should.
Sylvie, you are welcome to make me a intimidation or persuasion. I'm picking up intimidation here. And Ursine, you're welcome to stay with the hostage if you do not trust to leave the hostage with Sylvie.
No,
And
you can trust me.
I have a vested interest in the hostage now.
Yeah, you can give the help action to Sylvie for this investigation, but you're playing good cop to his bad cop. The young and the restless.
Well,
The restless, actually, it's what it is.
I'm hesitant to, because like I do like believe the words that this guy is saying, but if it's a matter of like helping him just get information out, then I would help in that. But if it's a matter
That's
of
what
this
we're
person's
doing,
character,
Ursine, is getting information out.
I think you do believe Vali, and you helping is just kind of keeping Sylvie from literally just killing this guy, but also you're just like you're placating to the obvious distrust that Sylvie has. So you can help with this. Your help action will help Sylvie to be able to believe this person by backing up his credibility. So it is not. This is pro Vali, your help action, and also just pro Sylvie.
Yes, that. I apologize.
Intimidation. Advantage.
Oh, everyone. I'll roll that with advantage. 24.
Yes. What questions do you have? What is the first question you ask him?
The intention behind destroying the fire druid grove.
Princess Venom wanted revenge because the wildfire druids were directly responsible for the destruction of several other, or indirectly responsible for several other circles being destroyed after they decided to move away from the Statue City. That was a domino effect that caused a bunch of groves to be destroyed, and since they were the ones who were the pinnacle of druidic society, that everyone just kind of followed them, and since they weren't there to fight back, we all didn't have a chance, and lots of people died. And so it only seems fair.
Other crazy druid groves that are out to kill the fire druids?
Not that I'm a part of.
Well, obviously you're here caught.
People make enemies all the time. A lot of people got hurt from that decision. Venom directly blamed it on her, but it could have been, they could have attached it to Statue City directly, and druids just don't like cities, and so it's...
Yeah, but like hurt how? Hurt as in like, oh, my woods are on fire. Because they came here instead of there.
How did they hurt us?
Yeah, how did your grove get hurt?
It got destroyed. It no longer exists.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Don't be sorry.
They poured concrete over it.
That
Said this is a concrete jungle now because it's part of Statue City, which is all. Anyone who knows Sylvie, you would know that the main city in the Court of Summer is called Statue City. It's made of stones and all these structures, and it expanded a couple years ago, and it moved further into the forest. And from reading Desiree's books, you know that, and it was also said earlier that at the dinner table that Desiree was, whether intentionally or unintentionally, a driving force that got the wildfire druids to move away because their daughter, who was a part of the Sky Defense Academy and Statue City, said it was a good idea, and so they did that. And because they moved away, they lost their foothold, and everyone else who was weaker or lower than them lost any say-so as the city just expanded. The wildfire druids got the advance notice, so they just picked up and moved. Even they lost a bunch of people, but they, are still here and still standing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. Everything's connecting now.
And also, that this is something that Ursan can tell you, this druid grove, the wildfire druid grove, is not like any other druid grove you've seen before. It's typically not connected to a giant tree that births it or a person. It is like a magical community that is built. This is like a powered up version of one, because of this family, for whatever reason. But you probably have some hints about. But that's what you learn. I will pop off. Ursine, do you have any clarifying questions you want to ask during this simultaneous interrogation?
It sort of seems like, was it the fire druid's fault? I mean, they very well could have been threatened, and they needed to leave. It seems like we're just throwing stones at the biggest target at this point. It seems like we should direct our anger towards the expansion of the city rather than somebody who was supposed to be a shield to you.
Well, when our shield gets put down and then the big bad guy shows up with his big sword and the shield's not there, kind of blame the shield for leaving when they listened to the big bad guy. I mean, I don't know if they were forced. That'd be a question to ask the druids here, but it doesn't seem, from what we've heard, it seemed to be a mutual understanding that benefited them, and very few others. Those who left their druid groves, of course, were able to escape and start new ones, but some people don't like to just leave their homes that they lived in for hundreds of years because a city wants to get bigger. So I guess that could be our mistake, but
No,
seems like
your anger is justified. Your anger is justified. I personally believe that maybe you should place that anger, put it in a different direction. Focus it somewhere else.
I mean, I'm also down to destroy the Sky Defense Academy if that's what you're saying.
You know, I actually don't know where I stand on that at the moment. I'll have to reconvene with my group. I don't exactly remember or yay or nay for that.
You have a graduate and alumni from there, so, and then you got an iffier one. But that way he kind of just makes it clear that the threat is either be mad at the Wildfire Druids or be mad at the Sky Defense Academy and the acapella that runs the Fae, because it was a governmental decision to do this expansion because they just gained power.
He gotta hate my ass then, damn.
And that's from my friend there. That was Tidbit. You are at that body. Do you do any investigation, or do you do any dealings with the body, or do you want to go look for other victims / survivors, pull out evidence or anything? Get options.
No, Desiree told me to leave it, so I'm just gonna trust her. Can I go interrogate the guy too?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Tidbit would like a turn.
Oh, go for it. But
Yeah, Tidbit
I
walks
saw.
up as he's like talking about destroying the Sky Defense Academy.
Right after that whisper, you hear as you walk over, he's like, "Are you trying to destroy the Sky Defense Academy?" As you start to approach that passive perception of a billion.
Hello, hostage. Do you know who Tidbit is?
I mean, I would like to say no, but I don't imagine there are many frogs running around wearing that symbol, so I'm assuming you're the Peace Walker?
Indeed. I'm Tidbit Crimson. The hand of Sir Irva. Some call me Peace Walker, but my true goal is to just bring a moment's solace to those that are still alive, affected by the unrelenting passage of change, and you seem to be one of them. But we're in a bit of a pickle here, and it's kind of your fault. So, I wanted to give you options. I think I've come up with a solution. I'll just kind of turn around to Sylvie and Ursine. So, this one's not useful, right?
No,
Yeah, being useful is subjective.
You're not as like a tool.
not to me.
Well, it seems that this grove is in disarray, in panic. This one
That
could
he
be a
caused.
useful tool to rectify that. Someone must pay for the crimes. Someone must serve time. I think by handing them over to the grove that it may bring the grove peace and may bring this one peace without us having to spill more blood today.
Or you could let me go. I mean, there's polling
Not going
options.
anywhere.
There's polling options.
I think you should be thankful that you're not dead right now, but sorry.
You see, if
No, I'm picking that up. Yeah.
I think
I
if
mean,
we
but
let
what
you
you're
go, they would
saying
hunt you down.
Would hunt, yeah.
No comment. Okay. It's clear that my opinion should be kept to myself, so I'll discuss. Sure.
No. Wait. I want to hear. Who are you?
Roll back in.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just wiping off the rest of the acid. It's hard to wipe off. Doesn't just eat more. Never mind. What's your name?
My friends call me. Well, my friends called me. Bali, the hunter.
Holly?
Yeah. Bali. Yes.
Oh, Volley, Frankie Volley. Okay, I'm gonna call you Frankie. All right, Frankie.
Oh,
You remind me.
or
a
Bali,
lot
but
like
sure.
me.
Like you.
We're very similar, Frankie. We're different, and we survive when everyone else dies. I know that feeling. So let me ask you,
Oh, okay, yeah.
could you keep up with us?
Well, he kind of looks over to Ursan. I've never been caught before, so this is kind of new, and I don't know any of you, but my ego tells me that if I fought anyone else, that I probably would have killed you and you wouldn't have seen me coming. But this guy seems to be, I don't know, really good at hunting, I guess, and I lost that fight.
That's
But I'm pretty good, pretty
the
quick.
main thing. Yeah.
I made it to the Wilder Kith, and they're a pretty relentless group. I don't know if you, well, I guess you didn't read that way because you killed them, but they're normally pretty threatening. So, okay. You don't trust me? I can offer up information that I know. The Venom has this weird thing about turning people into stone, right? Like she wants to turn people to stone. But little do they know, or people know, that they're not dead. They're just petrified. So you can technically bring them back if you were to. Some of them are dead, but you could bring them back. You can what does she call it? You can reincarnate them, or you could resurrect them if you wanted to. But they're there, or you could if you have powerful like reversal magic. You could do that. Greater restoration. There are options to trying to fix it. It's not a lost cause. Huh?
To save your friends? Is that what you're talking about?
No, just to save the stone members of the wildfire circle.
Yeah,
The ones that
poison
Venom
baby.
found. The one that Venom found earlier. She turned into stone, and they can be saved. They're not dead, or they're not completely dead.
Is there a bunch of stone people somewhere?
Yeah. If I knew that they were supposed to be alive, I definitely would have said something when I saw you guys earlier.
Where have you seen stone people, Ursine?
In the garden.
Oh, there's stone people in the garden. Okay.
Like
Is that
statues?
new info?
Just stoners in the garden. It's crazy. That is new information. Only Ursine knows that.
Woohoo.
Explain.
Yeah.
So I can. Do you believe me now? Looks at Sylvie.
He has no reason to lie.
I still don't believe you. I won't
Okay,
believe you.
Maybe
But I also
you're
have.
just deeply untrusting. You can't project it onto me. No matter what I say, it's gonna be a lie. But I'm telling the truth.
It's not that I'm projecting. I'm looking for middle ground here. Clearly, the frog wants you to be a grove slave here and just do whatever they want. And
Not my
then
words.
the piece of metal, that's essentially what you described to us. And then the piece of metal wants you to, like, come join our party and be our personal one. And I'm not cool with either.
I
You
do
want me
agree
dead? I
that
gathered.
I believe
I
Mr.
mean, I
Churchill has
say
lost
let you
some
free into
intelligence.
the wild, and if I encounter you again later, maybe that's when I do it.
I changed my vote. I agree with this one. I think they're a very rational and reasonable person. I think that is a great idea. That you should let me go, and if you see me again, you should kill me.
I believe you.
Game.
Kind of looks around. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still with the whole kill him thing. It just seems safer. You know?
Oh, well, if you're gonna do it, do it.
All
We
right.
passed that part.
Acid
No.
splash.
What?
No.
You cast Acid Splash?
Yes.
Yeah, that's an automatic fail because he is restrained by the webs. So roll your damage.
Oops.
And then Sylvie's just gonna toll the dead.
10.
Oh God.
10
I'm
points of
healing.
that.
Nice.
How much from Toll the Dead?
10 acid.
Oh, so it was 10 acid and then a. The wisdom was. Load character sheet. Oh. It was a 21 on my wisdom saving throw. It's a wisdom saving throw, isn't it? Not you. Not for Acid Splash, but for Toll the Dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, he passes the wisdom saving throw. 21.
me.
He takes the acid damage and screams out in pain as his face starts to melt off.
Oh!
I had to put him out quicker.
I'm kind of panicking because I meant to take him out all at once. Oh my god, I'm just gonna block his face from everybody if I just continue to ask this
This
question.
is awkward, Sharp.
I'm
No,
gonna
like,
gonna pull him back if I can.
Can I give him a
Why?
healing word?
No!
What?
Not to prolong it. Come on now.
I feel like you're
He's not
going
in the
from
right
morally
state of mind.
great to morally dark.
Yeah, how much do you heal him for? This is how torture happens, okay? Welcome to D&D. It's a good guy in the back, and I'm like, I'm gonna heal him, I'm gonna hurt him, heal him, hurt him. Ah, yeah.
I heal for 12.
Damn it, it's
What
a
do you- what is
profit!
Thanks! I still burns though! And he's being dragged across the ground. As this scene is happening, we jump over to the calm tranquility that is the garden as you are putting together these pieces. You have two of the three pieces, like two of the three statues refigured. You are missing a part of the third one. A part that you make me a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 15.
It is a piece that you think you know. You remember the piece you saw that is in that other room on the ground that Princess of Venom came out holding in her hand like a trophy. That also died. And then she died. It stayed in her hand as she, was disintegrated by fire, incinerated by fire. And so you know that piece is.
I feel like she's gonna tap her dad on the shoulder a little bit and be like, I know where the last piece is. I'll be right back. Just wait here. And she's gonna just step out quickly to go back and get it.
Yeah, as you are in this peaceful, you can hear the birds chirping, you can hear the wind blowing, it smells of flowers. You step through that portal and blood-curdling screams, chaos, argument. You see there's a man in webs on the floor being dragged as he is screaming, twisting like this because he cannot move his arms or his legs. His face, you look at it, is covered in these blisters and boils that seem to have healed up rather quickly, but still look very painful, like a mean sunburn. And he is screaming. You see that Sylvie and Sharp are standing around and menacingly, like they're like ready to attack this guy. Peace Walker is on the opposite side of them, like being like, "No, it's not that bad." He's just tending to the wounds that they are causing, and Ursine is just like, "Shut up! Oh God, I don't know what's happening." That is a scene. You walk into your party being absolutely normal. Your thoughts?
I hate to interrupt whatever is going on here, but pardon my language, how the hell did this happen in just a few minutes?
No, God, please kill me! Just kill me now! This is so much worse! Kill me! Kill me!
He murdered everyone here that's been murdered.
That's not true, but I will die.
Maybe not
I'll
just
take
him.
it.
I mean,
It burns.
you hear him. Just, I guess put him out of his misery at this point.
Wait,
that
You
was
want to do it, Desiree?
He's a hostage. He gave up.
I don't really like the eye for an eye ordeal. I think that there's been enough death here for one day.
Think about it's the intent, Desiree. Just take out the
Yeah.
intent.
Can we not lock him in a tree?
What?
We could probably
How's that
lock him in a tree.
Think of it this way: if he was coming at you with a knife, which he was literally on the loading ramp towards that, then you would want to kill him before he killed you. So this is kind of an extension of that. We just
Although he
slowed down.
did, he graciously let us know that everyone in your garden can be reversed from being stone.
That is true.
That is true.
That is valuable. That's maybe at least an hour.
Did you
But he murdered people here.
get the information of exactly how that can happen from him?
Oh, he's
Greater
still alive.
restoration?
Wait, you. Do you have the rest of the information?
My face, it burns! It burns!
Heal him more so he can focus. We actually get somewhere now.
No, he doesn't need that until we just slaps him.
It would be nice.
That hurt less. But oh God, you popped the blister actually. Oh God, it's dripping. It's even
You know what, Desiree? It's your house. Your place was attacked. You make the final call. I think that's fair.
I
I'm
mean,
good with that.
you hear him. Put him out of his misery, I guess. I mean, if we do need him, I now know that our friend here has the ability to bring him back. I'm not sure about the time span on that, but
Ooh, not
we could
this
get him
one.
back.
Not this one.
Oh.
I mean, I was personally okay with just letting him free and killing him if we ever ran into him again.
It's better than death now.
He knows too much. Too much.
Also, if it does help, he's also elven, so he's half elf.
He would live forever.
That's not what I meant. I'm just saying that he's like a person who looks like Desiree. They are of the same.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to hold on my vote for instant death if later on he can aid us towards a path towards the place you've all heard me mention many times before.
Where?
Sanjay's Impact.
Sanjay's
Sante's Impact.
Do we maybe think that inviting somebody that attacked the Wildfire Grove would be contradictory to our goal of gaining assistance from the Wildfire Grove?
Thank you, Tidbit.
He seems on your side.
I think if we turn them into them, they'll be more inclined to be in our favor if you so need
This
motivation.
this them that we are talking about is my father once again, so we could just go next door and ask him what he thinks. I'm sure he's calmed down a little bit now that we've had some time.
Yeah. Let's find out if your father wants a little houseboy to clean for him.
That's true. Alright, come on. Ray, right? It's Ray?
Raymond, yeah.
Cool. Alright, come on. I'll
Do
start
you all go back, including the hostage
Yeah.
who's still burning and being dragged on the ground? Great. Great.
I'm helping him up.
Yeah, he gets to jump now. Ow. It's like, you burned me, but I'm not having opinions here. He looks fucked up. This guy, he's got a mean sunburn rash going on. It's not cute. And it's all in the face area. You were thinking about faces a lot of facials. Just it's the pH balance off. Get that checked.
Yeah.
As you all enter through the forest, three of you for the first time see this beautiful giant tree. It's an elm tree. It has fire orange leaves and blood red leaves running through the top of it and through these like veins that kind of twist and go through the trunk of it, kind of decorating it and going out into the leaves. You see a giant pool of flowers. You see five stone statues that are erect, and you see three statues that are laid on the ground and like pieced back together, very archaeological dig. What you don't see is Raymond.
He was right here.
And you also know that there is only one way out of here, which is the door you just walked through.
Where did your daddy go?
Ursine, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Absolutely. My theory is he
What?
went out while we went in. Wisdom save is a 15 plus. Five. 20,
Ooh,
30, 20, 30, 20.
30, 20. Yeah, you have this moment of recollection to a question you asked earlier, the relationship between Agba and this tree here, and your brain goes to a weird place. You know you've been inside of Agba before, and you know how you got there. If there's no other door out of here, that is that is the first place your brain goes to. It's like, duh, you went to the tree, like, "Ugh?" Like, that's what I would do. But that is where your brain goes.
Can I attempt to enter the tree in the same way that I would Agba? Or
You can approach the tree and make me a nature check.
got you.
You also have main player advantage if you want it.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I very well may take you up.
And you all witness that. You all kind of walk in. There's some confusion. Like, oh my god, like, where's Raymond? And Ursine kind of just very silently walks up to this tree and reaches out. And he's like, petting it. It's like, tell me where Raymond is. Tell me where Raymond is.
22 for nature. With the main player advantage. I got an 8 prior.
You put your hand on it, and it feels averagely warm for a warm tree, and then you feel it starting to heat up around you, almost like it is softening, and then you feel it's like static shock. You're touching it, and it's like you feel like it's there was almost a moment of like it letting you in, then it's like not you. You're being You are being willed out of it. It does not want you into it. It does not want you to enter it. Or I guess she does not want you to enter it. You know who this tree is. You talked to it before. You made a deal with it.
It's true. Desiree, I think you can just. I think you can walk in. That's just that I'm making an assumption here, but I think you can just walk in to the tree, to your tree.
I guess there's no hurt in trying, right? She's gonna do exactly that. She's going to walk into the tree physically,
Yeah.
which I'm sure will not work.
As you walk up to it and you see Ursine is touching it, you just kind of like walk into it like with the confidence of a person walking into sliding doors that you just know are gonna open. And you're like, all right, just striding through. And as you get nose to nose with it, almost for a split second in your brain, you're like, I'm about to run into this bitch, and it's gonna be awkward and embarrassing before you just. And you are enveloped through it. Everyone sees her walk up to this tree, and it almost just like parts around her almost instantaneously, just. And she is pulled not pulled, but she is morphed inside of it. Almost like the tree grows around her and then retracts to its normal size. Players outside of the tree, what do you want to do? I will say,
in the tree. I'm interested now.
anyone is welcome to
You
try
could
to
lock
get
him up in there.
It's true. We can't kill him until she comes out. Let's just like set that rule.
Thought we
At least, please.
kill him at all.
Sylvie wants to try to get in the tree.
Sylvia is absolutely welcome to try to get into the tree. Do you approach it, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
You can make your nature check or do any sort of magical mumbo jumbo that you would like to try to figure it out. You saw that Ursine tried to commune with it, whereas Desiree just full-bodied it. It's up to you.
Can I like weave some like druid craft magic, like to kind of
Try to
gauge an opening that way?
open it up. Sure. You can make your nature check with advantage. And Tibbet, you see
Much
the thing that was mentioned to you. You see these 5 stoned individuals, I guess we can call them, and then you see the 3 cracked ones on the ground.
Got a 15, by the way.
15. You kind of, I'm assuming you put your hand up to it as you try to, you try, whereas Ursam is vibing with it and Desiree kind of moved through it, you go for the middle ground. You're going to walk up to it, you're going to try to coax it open, and so you druid craft and a sprout starts to sprig from it. It turns into a bright, beautiful orange, and for a moment it looks like it is living there before it and just burns away.
Fire.
And you feel you weren't even touching it, but you can feel like it moving through your magic and keeping you feel
Don't want
something
me in
powerful
there.
Someone said no thank you. Consent only.
That's why I rubbed it at first.
Got a little foreplay. Anything from our friend Sharp as you see these various things happening?
Not really.
Things you've never seen before?
I'm kind of just watching Desiree in this whole thing going down with her family to just see, like, does any of this make sense to you? Like, how do you feel about this? You're from here. Like,
Desiree's gone.
Yeah, she's in the tree.
She walked into that tree and it kind of. So Desiree and Raymond are both gone. The only people standing in this room are you and the other party members. But you watched her walk into that tree, and it was weird. It was wild.
yeah, I'm just gonna let her.
If you want, my echo can be next to where you were talking to.
it's
Can I? No, I don't have a spell slot for that. Never mind. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay out there.
Yeah, no worries. Tidbit?
Well, would anybody like to play dragon chess?
Sure.
Can 3 people play, or am I just going to
I
watch?
think it's up to 4.
Oh,
Sure, it's up to 4.
Yeah, 4-player dragon chess.
Right?
It's 1v1.
I thought you.
Oh, did you just pull down a board?
Be a little tiny
Had it
back.
in the backpack.
Okay. Cool. It looks like you're missing a piece.
I think I thought it was a snack once while sleeping.
I can carve a piece up real quick.
That would be perfect.
I'll do that.
This is weird.
Do we have wood
If
you
I-
can use
Oh,
around here
actually,
more
yes,
or
I
less?
specifically said I picked up wood sticks like 4 episodes ago, so here's 4
Yeah.
of them.
you go.
Perfect. I've
Yeah.
carved the pieces as fast as possible.
The Valley is like, yeah, I will. I'll
Oh, do you want to
resurrect-
play too? Can we do 5?
Nope.
Oh no, he can
okay.
actually take my spot. I'm gonna go look around the gardens, and I just like push
I have no
him
hand.
where I was sitting.
I can't play.
Figure it out. There you go.
All right. Sylvie, where do you move yourself to? Where do you find yourself going?
I'm actually going to go to the statues,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd like to detect magic on them, and really like kind of get honed in, kind of meditate there and detect like exactly what's going on. Are there living points underneath this stone? Like really kind of try to dig deep with it a little bit.
Perfect. Make me a insight check with advantage as you sit down right in front of these 3 broken statues, but kind of like taking them all in as you start to just like very like acid trip. You're like feeling the energy on things. You're like, You're just like feeling all the weave around you. As these people are calmly playing chess, they see you start to interpretive dance from a seated position. Just like,
Mm-hmm.
lots of vocalizations, lots of ooh, like, like you're
All the
eating a book.
moaning.
It's like, yes, so you're like it's. she's
I rolled
dramatic.
25. Yeah.
25. You see that there is powerful old transmutation magic that is at play on the 5 statues that stand. You see there is no magic on the statues that are crumpled and on the ground. You see a wild array of abjuration, evocation, transmutation magic moving through the ground around you, and it's funneling. At first, you think it's all funneling into this tree. That's how you're watching it. You're seeing it all funnel into this tree. And as you hit that 25, your brain kind of like put some things in order, and you realize that it's actually reversed. This tree is pushing magic in and through the rest of this grove. And it's insanely powerful. You see it is wrapped in this like thick abjuration that is like a protective casing almost. And you mentioned something very interesting and specific. You wanted to see if there was magic underneath the magic that is happening, or anything underneath the magic that is wrapped around these stone statues. The 25 there in fact is it is not magic per se, but it is energy personified. It is something that it's something that you would see in commoners or people who like young kids who haven't really like developed magic yet. It is that innate spark of potential. It is life in them. You can see that there's a spark of life that still exists there that has not been snuffed out, but is also like just sitting there dormant, which tells you that the 5 statues that stand around are still 5 statues that stand up and are intact are still alive and well. The 3 that are in front of you are no longer alive. But that also plays into what Vali told you, that you can either restore them or you can resurrect them. So you would know that you can restore the 5 standing statues. You would need to resurrect the 3. You have to bring the 3 that are broken back to life. As you stand there, you do see, I will assume that Desiree had picked up that missing piece when she went out there with that conversation. She scooped it up and went to figure out what the fuck y'all were doing. And as she went through the tree, it does not go with her. And you see right in front of you that there's a piece missing from that last one. And then you also see that exact piece in front of the tree where Desiree entered it, kind of where Ursine was. And you just see it sitting there on the grass, kind of like propped up against the tree.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put it back on I'm gonna piece these statues back together, or like the little pieces, to see if the energy shifts. Like if that would maybe work and do something, or
you pick it up, put it down. It does not do anything that changes it, but you do now see that these 3 broken pieces are now a complete set. And as you sit there and process that, we jump inside the tree to Desiree. You see nothing. It is complete darkness. It is the absence of other things. You feel It is very hot, like you are sitting inside of an oven or a furnace. You can just feel heat not coming from, it's almost like being in the court of summer. It's not coming from above you or below you. It's coming from everywhere. You just feel like 360, just warmth around you. What is, as you walk into the tree, what is the intention Desiree has as she like moves into this tree? What is she looking for?
She's looking for her father, specifically, where he went.
And as you kind of move in with that intention, you see these flames appear on the ground, but they are flames in the shape of flowers and different kind of petals and things. But they are purely made out of fire that are just holding the shape into these different things that almost light a small pathway in front of you, and it illuminates into a circle. And you see your father. You see the back of your father. You know that man's back. You see the back of your father, who is standing directly in front of you, still and looking in the opposite direction of you. Obviously, you see his back, but that is what you see. Darkness, hot, flowers.
She's gonna call out and she's gonna say, Dad, I told you to stay put. You're lucky I found you. If it wasn't for my friends, I would have had no idea where you would have wandered off to.
He turns to you, and as he turns to you, the thing you notice is in front of him is your mother. And he was staring at her, turns to look at you, and you now see her. He's no longer blocking her. He does the acting thing where he steps out, so you can see. And you see your not alive mother standing in front of you, and you see him, and he's like, eyes to you, eyes to her, eyes to you. Yeah, kind of felt weird, and then the tree like called out to me, but like not with words. And so I kind of walked up to it. Then I was here, and then she was here, and I'm stressed. Okay. And as he starts to fan himself, you see that she starts to fan him. He always gets like this, doesn't he?
Desiree's gonna walk over to her mom and probably like gingerly try to touch her first to see if she's like physically present or if this is like something that she's just seeing.
Whereas you reach out timidly to check her awareness, she reaches out passionately as she wraps you into a hug that feels absolutely warm and absolutely real in this moment. You just feel her hugging you. I assume you got my message.
I did, but to be honest now, I think I just have more questions than answers with everything that I've learned since getting here. I mean, it has been several years, but it seems like everything as I've known it has been turned completely upside down.
It has been very weird, and I will say, this is not my doing. I don't know what's happening here. I was hoping to talk to you outside the tree via your friend Ursan, I think his name was. He approached me and spoke to me, as most don't. They just, talk at me. But he spoke to me, which was interesting. But I figured that was the best way to get in contact with you. And then you did show up, and then she showed up, and then she did those things. And is everything all right out there? I assume you're here, so I assume that they are no longer, the Wildekith are no longer a threat.
Well, there's one that is still alive, but my friends have him webbed up, and I think they're playing some games together. It sounded like there was talks of that before I headed out, but I didn't want to make a decision on what to do with him before I spoke to Dad, but now I guess I can speak to you directly about it, if you have any input.
Well, that's good that it's him and not her, I suppose. I'm more concerned about the Princess of Venom, though a Monica that she does not deserve. But if she's gone, then things are better. He just shoots a bow. It's impressive, but it's not dangerous to us. Whereas she was a very powerful druid, and she had a very evil vendetta because I get it. We're upset by what happened. It wasn't our fault directly. We couldn't stop what was happening. We just did what we were asked, and we would not. How were we to know what would come from that? It's a snowball effect, as they call it in other places. I've heard. No snowballs here.
To the best of my knowledge, I don't think she'll be a problem for you anymore. We did take care of it.
Well, that is good. Well, I did not prepare a speech. I am at a loss. I'm happy to see you. I did not think I would. And your father tells me that he did tell you of his stress and anxiety and the fact that we are down a member, and I'm also here. Things have been weird since you left. And after you left, it's been a long time, but then also the Grove moved, and that was even more jarring because we had to leave the granny tree, and that was just hard for a lot of people, and it really broke up the circle in lots of ways that I guess I just didn't expect. Time moves as time does. Things change. I didn't think. I should have known that change is not always on our side. Sometimes we are just collateral damage, it seems. Ashes in the wind.
Well, all I know is that I'm so grateful to be able to hear your voice and to hug you. I mean, I didn't think that was a possibility after everything that Dad was telling me, but here we are. And after all of this, I think I could use one more hug if that's okay. And she's gonna extend out her arms to hug her mom again.
She hugged you. She said, "Oh, I did not expect to ever see you again. So this is quite nice." You embrace, and then your dad also like awkwardly leans himself over, and he's like, "Oh, my girls." And there's a brief moment of silence before you hear, "Oh, I bring you here, give you all this power. You gonna thank her? Wow. Who am I? Chopped liver?" You kind of hear this sound coming from all around you. A voice unfamiliar to you in this tone and energy, but a voice that you see strikes something up in your mother. She kind of writes herself, Mother, is that you? Oh, so now you know who I am. You move from my tree, you make your own, you just think you're too grown for me now? That's why I gave power to your daughter, not you. That's what you get. Nasty. Sorry, it's been a long time since I've talked to anybody. Hey, Desi. How are you?
So, yeah, you must have been responsible for what happened earlier. Well, I can't begin to thank you, honestly.
Oh, well, fun fact, I've been here the whole time. You may just know me in a different form. And as she says that, this sprout, one of the leaves, one of the plants of fire next to you starts to bloom and grow, and it gets bigger and bigger, more familiar, and then you see standing in front of you is your wildfire companion. This is a form that you're a little more familiar with. I've been watching you for a very long time.
Wow. I can't believe it. This is honestly a lot to process. This whole day has been so much, and now even this, I don't know how I can begin to repay you, to be honest.
Well, I need no repayment. This is actually me repaying you for, the curse that I accidentally gave you and your mother and all your siblings and family members. That was not my intention. Again, sometimes you don't know the change that will come from the actions you make. And it can be kind of wild sometimes, like cursing your entire bloodline because you made a dragon mad one time. But it seems smart in the moment, and I do not regret it. Because now, think about it, time does what time wills. You now have power, and here, you're part of the will of Mysteria. So it all kind of track back.
Well, I'm gonna do whatever I can to make you guys proud. I'm truly gonna try my best to show that you had good faith in putting your faith in me.
Oh, baby, I always believed in you. Your mother, different story, but I always believed in you, and that's why I gave you that power. I should say, while this moment, super nice, super touching, it will not last long. That feat that I performed, sacrificing my energy to save you, it was the last feat I will ever perform. However, I would love for you, if you ever find yourself in Statue City, to come over and just visit me. I won't be there consciously, but my tree is still there. Well, I hope. I actually don't know. I can't feel it now that I'm here. I left it to come here to save you because nobody's killing my granddaughter. Not on my watch. Hell no. And I love you, baby. You just pinches your cheeks, and it's a granny pinch. It's You're like, Mark
I
seemed to
feel
not
like
like
it
that one.
doesn't phase her at all. She's like, just has the biggest grin on her face and goes, "I'm gonna make you proud. I'm gonna do our family good. I promise."
Oh, baby, you already made me proud, and you are doing the family good. Also, I hope you kick the primordial prince's asses. That'd
I'm
be
gonna
fun.
give it my best shot. I don't think the probability is that high, at least currently, but maybe with this newfound strength and powers that you've given me, maybe we're not down on our luck as of yet.
You are stronger than I was back in my day, and I was a pretty bad bitch. Part of my language, I was one of the strongest Jews they had, and you outpower me quite a bit. Probably because I'm also giving you my powers, so maybe it's not important. You're very powerful, and your friends, while chaotic, they are playing chess outside. That is, okay, but they are also very powerful, and I trust that the will of Mystery will fix the problem. And if not, we all just die anyway. So whatever.
Well, before I lose you for good,
Oh.
is there anything I should know to help us on this journey? Anything that you think might be useful information?
Well, you no, I mean, just kick ass. Be hot, burn shit. Give them hell. If you see Tiamat, spit on her. Don't do that. She might curse you as well. I guess you can't get cursed twice. Can you get cursed twice? I don't know. But also, I'll be with you forever. I'm not going anywhere. I just can't talk to you anymore. But we do have our dreams. Don't forget.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better then.
Always connected. Fire burns hot.
Thank you for always having my back, even when I didn't know it.
Thank you for being born. That was great. No complaints here.
I know you don't like to thank my mother, but that might be one of the things you have to thank her for. That was kind of out of my control.
Oh no, I agree. Great job. This is a good feat. Did not expect it to be the next Grove, but hey, different strokes for different folks. Her branches, her problems. It's fine.
Does this mean that someday, long in the future, that I might have to become the future for the Grove?
Well, technically yes. Or if you keep this Grove and you don't move it, like I planned, you could just stay in the mine forever and no one ever has to do this again. But yes, if she passes along, either you or someone else, it could skip a generation. And they'll have to take care of it. Or if you get this curse cured, no more problem. Also, no more fire magic. But you get to live your whole 700 years instead of living 100 years and then being a tree for 600, which is also just kind of not fun.
Yeah.
Also, you have 100 years to live before you turn into a tree. I don't know if you know that, but you do.
Yeah. Yeah. That harsh reality has always loomed over me a bit, to be honest. I know my time is ticking, and I'm just now making friends for the first time, and so I have a little bit of catching up to do on that aspect, but I think we're gonna do it. I have a lot of faith in my team.
Yeah, absolutely, I do too. Well, I mean, I have no choice in the matter, but the will of Asteri, I trust in, and you all members of the will of Asteri, so I believe in you.
Thank you, Granny. And she's gonna reach up and she's gonna pinch her cheeks or I guess her flame cheeks, whatever they are.
Oh, feels nice. Tell your friend Ursan that the daughter he's looking for is also the enemy he's already found. He'll know what that means. Or he won't. He'll figure it out. He knows. It's fine. All right, this is gonna end soon. Nope, it's ending now. Bye! She starts to fade away. And then the lights on your father and your mother get dimmer as you are back in darkness. And then your friends outside playing chess. Someone gets checkmate. That's how Dragon Chess works, I assume. There's a raucous celebration. They turn as this tree opens, and Raymond and Desiree both are ejected from the tree, and they stand right in front of it as they are in raucous celebration of the yes, we won! We will see everyone next week, same place, same time, not in combat this time, right here on Adventures in Silvernell. Yeah.
Bye.
We did it, friends. We did it.